I'll have to show y'all because it's snowing. I was outside playing in the snow a little bit with my dog, so I didn't come on at 7. It started snowing here at like, I want to say 6:30. So I was outside with my dog. See, can y'all see the snow? It's like barely. I can't tell if it's still coming down or not. It is. It's still coming down, which is so much fun. Kimber loves the snow, so you should have seen him. He was out there just gallivanting and playing in the snow. He loves it. I posted a video of him outside playing in the snow because he really likes it. Here, I'll show you if you haven't gotten a chance to see it yet.
It's actually snowing and it's sticking.
Can you see that? I mean, it was coming down.
The last time it snowed, it was like 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, and it wasn't sticking anywhere. But this time, it's sticking. See that?
I had my snow boots on and everything.
He loves the snow. He's only seen the snow, well, that one other time, but then I believe in 2021 it snowed and he was able to hang out and play in the snow. He loves it.
He's just like sniffing it and everything.
He's like, what is this stuff? What is this stuff? Get you some snow, buddy. Aren't you so pretty? Aren't you a pretty dog? Kimber, here. Good boy. Good boy. I usually don't let him off the leash because we're not allowed, but it's snowing and he listens pretty well, so I can trust that he won't go anywhere. And there's no other dogs outside right now, so I just thought, like, how cool for him to come outside and play. Do you guys let your dogs play out in the snow? Like, he was out here running and all kinds of stuff with my son, but my son fell because he trampled him down, so he went inside and changed. It's actually...
Yay! Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. What are you guys doing? Where are you at? Are you in an area that's getting some unusual snow? Because I would say this is definitely unusual for South Carolina. Definitely unusual. I got my nails done today. And they look pretty good. The burgundy is not as dark as I wanted it to be. You can barely see it in the camera. Like, it's definitely not as dark as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like dark burgundy. Like, what? Like candy apple red, but even darker than that, and you can't even really see it. I don't know if it's because he didn't do like a lot of layers of the dip or if this is just what it looks like after, but it's definitely not as dark as I wanted it to be. Hey ladies. So I do like it. I do like it. I'm just a little disappointed that you can't really see the color that well. I don't know how long I'll stay on because I don't know how long I'll stay on because it's snowing and I want to get my dog back outside so he can play a little bit in the snow. I didn't even know it was gonna snow. Like I had no knowledge that it was supposed to snow this evening. So that was a pretty good surprise, I'd say, for me, right? Nice little surprise. They've already canceled school. Well, not really canceled, but they've put it on a 2-hour delay. And they might end up canceling it. Who knows? Because if it continues to snow throughout the night, then it might turn into ice. So I guess we'll just see. But I didn't have anything to do today. No work today, which is so abnormal, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I like your kids. My daughter is still in school. She is a junior. I think that's 11th grade. I didn't graduate high school, so I didn't go all the way, so I don't know what's what. I know freshman is your first year. That's ninth grade. I'm cold too, Kathleen. It's cold. I felt like my hands were gonna freeze earlier when we were outside. Hey, prison princess, how are you? It does look pretty. I've got my windows open, so see the snow. It does look pretty out there. Looks so pretty, but it's cold. I think whenever I checked the last time, it was like 20 degrees, 24 degrees. And then overnight, it's supposed to get down to, overnight, it's supposed to get down to 17 degrees, which that's pretty chilly. So I'm not sure if they'll have school or not tomorrow because of that. It's saying, hold on, I'm trying to look at the weather. I have a little like a little fireplace in my bedroom. Can you see that? And that actually works pretty good. Could you see it? I can't see it. There you go. It actually works pretty good. It heats up to, I want to say, 88 degrees or 90 degrees. So it actually gets pretty warm. Your schools are already canceled over -13. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I am not going to complain about how cold it is because that is really cold. Where are you at, Kathleen? Oh, I follow somebody else. His name is Jefferson Fisher. He's like a communication coach. Great skill to have. And he's in Houston. You're in Southern Ohio. Yeah, it's definitely going to be much colder in Ohio than it is here. I was just telling Kathleen that we're looking at right now, it's 24 degrees, but in the morning, like when it's time for me to go groom, it's only going to be 17 degrees. So I'm putting work off until at least 11, I think, if I even go to work. So we'll see. You've gotten 5 inches of snow. Oh my gosh. I only hope that we get that much. 5 inches. Let me see what the weather says. That's a lot. I don't think we've ever gotten that much. Hey, Patience. Okay, let's see. It says winter advisory. Oh, and that basically the winter advisory is going to be in effect until 9 a.m. Oof. Don't go outside, Lisa. Wind gusts of 25 miles per hour with -13. Yeah, that's actually really chilly. I am not envious of that. So I tried a new recipe this evening. Let me show you guys what it was. It's called one pot sausage curry. I should have taken a picture. It's really good. So I wasn't sure about curry, so to speak, because I've never had anything curry like, but it was actually really good. But with particular this particular recipe, it called for a can of coconut cream, which gave it a really it gave it a sweet and spicy flavor. So you got a little bit of both. It was a little weird to eat, if I'm being honest, because most of my food I prefer spicy, not sweet. So to have that little kick of sweetness in it, it was definitely different, I'll say, but it was good. It was good. So I used coconut cream, spinach, tomato paste, curry powder, ginger, garlic, peppers, onions, and sausages. It was really good. Oh my gosh. So I've got somebody on here that lives in Chicago and it's -1 over there. That's crazy. Goodness gracious, Patience. Don't go outside. Do y'all stay inside like all winter long? Like, what do you do? Because you have to like go out and like get things. So how do you like what do you do? I know that sounds like a dumb question, but like do y'all have how do you drive whenever it's snowing like this and if you've got like 7 to 10 inches of snow? You don't even wear a winter coat and -13 degrees? Girl, please, you are crazy. Not really crazy, but that's unusual for me. I was pretty freezing outside and it's only 20 degrees right now. Our city will shut down as well. Hey, Danny. Hey, Marilyn. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see everybody. Make sure you're double tapping the screen. We're snowing outside. If my phone was fully charged, I would take y'all out there. Yay! Thanks for liking the live. Y'all, I need to come up with $800 to make sure that all my bills are paid for the month of January. Last month was a really slow month. I hate talking about like things that are going wrong because when you talk about it, more shit happens that goes wrong. But last month, my sales dropped 30% from the December before. And this month, they're down 5% from what I made last month, which means that I'm down 35% in sales from what I was in November, which is not good. I know, but everybody is. So December is kind of a weird month for grooming dogs because people have children that they have to buy Christmas presents for and everything. So usually the dog is not the first on the list to get taken care of. And then in January, families are usually recovering from spending all the money in December. That January is usually a pretty slow month as well. So I'm like short $800 and just trying to figure out like what I can do to come up with that money because there's literally nobody in my life that I can ask for help. Nobody. I'm pretty self-isolated. I don't really have any friends that I can lean on. I'm no contact with all of my family. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, but when you're driving, when you have to drive somewhere, do you have like special tires? I know that that sounds stupid, but do you have special tires on the car? Your electric bill last month was $421. Holy shit. Mine was I want to say mine was like I'm on like a prepaid thing. So usually I can pay $150 and it'll last the entire month. It may be like a month and a half. And then my water bill is like 70, which it used to be 40. But with the prices of everything going up. Okay, so y'all have snow tires. So you do have special tires. They don't do that down here. I guess we are not special enough to have snow plows or, salt trucks driving on the road all the time. They canceled school tomorrow. That's amazing, Lisa. Lisa says that she can drive in 12 inches of snow. I've got to see that. That's so cool. I would literally be so scared. I would be so scared. They need to budget that for our southern states, but I guess it's not really a priority since it doesn't happen here in the South as much as it does for you guys up in the north. Have you traveled anywhere else besides Ohio, Lisa? Like have you been to any other countries? Hey Jamie, have you been to any other countries or any other states? That's so cool. Thank you, Jamie. Hello. Thank you, Jamie, for the gifts. So it's just like not really putting your foot to the gas if you're in the snow. Just kind of what's the word? Uh what's the word that I'm looking for? Like you're coasting. You're just kind of moving in the car without adding any gas. That's pretty neat. Oh my gosh, Lisa, that sounds so much fun. It's snowing here too, Jamie. So the last week we got like we got like 10 minutes of snow and then it was done. But today it's actually coming down. I can't tell if it's still coming down. I'm going to look. I can't tell. I can't tell if it's coming down still or not. Or if it's like taking a break and it's going to come back. I'm in Fort Mill, South Carolina, which is right underneath Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you look at a map, most people don't know where North and South Carolina combine. So if you look at a map, here's Charlotte, and then I'm down here. So here's Charlotte, the city, and then I'm down here. Hilton Head is about 4 hours from me. So the actual state line, it's crazy because we're right on the state line. So you see the little arrow where it shows where I'm at? The state line is literally right above it. So I'm literally like the state line is here. So 5 minutes from the North Carolina border. But I live in South Carolina. That's how I'm able to service both North Carolina and South Carolina. Hilton Head is so pretty. We took vacation there last year, me and my 2 kids. It was so nice. The hotel that we stayed at ended up upgrading us to a suite, to like the penthouse suite. It was so pretty. I have not read that book, Jeff. What is it about? Patience, are you in Chicago? Is that what you said? Yeah, Hilton Head is such a pretty place. I bet it's windy there. Like windy in Chicago with all the tall buildings. I've never been to Chicago. It's one of the few places that I do want to go. I want to visit Chicago. Actually, I've been to Chicago, but only in the airport. I never stepped out of the airport. So I have actually been there. I've just not ventured off like into the actual city. So I'd like to do that. And I'd also like to see New York City as well. I don't know that I've ever even heard about that book, Jeff. I'm looking up Great Expectations now. Wow. That's pretty cool, Lisa. I remember John Mellencamp. New York has a scent to it like what? Urine? What is this? Oh, okay. It's a Charles Dickens book. So, the book that we've been reading is a book about narcissism. My candy broke. Patience, you have to tell me. Does New York smell like urine? Oh. So it smells like trash, like like dumpster juice. One of my clients has a house in Hilton Head. She's always telling me about the cool stuff. So we were there for like 3 days. We did quite a bit. There's a Domino's delivery driver driving into the neighborhood. I don't think it's that bad to drive right now, like on the roads. I feel like what's out there right now is fine. As long as you have good brakes, you're good. My dog got all excited. Now he's laying down sleeping. He says, I got to play outside. He had fun. This Butterfinger tastes weird. I got my nails done. I'm a little sad that this burgundy isn't as dark as I wanted it to be. Is there a difference in deep snow? Driving in deep snow as opposed to it being lightly covered? Because right now it's just lightly covered. It looks as if somebody took powdered sugar and just started, lightly lining the top of a French toast stick or something. That's what it looks like. Ooh, excuse me. Quiet. Jeff, do you like book club, Jeff? If you're still here, buddy. Yes. That's what I think that our schools are worried about, is that ice is going to form underneath this little bit of snow, because it is pretty cold. Yes. So black ice is something that we get a lot down here in the South. So a lot of times whenever they close the schools because of the cooler temperatures or whatever, a lot of the times it has to do with the fear of black ice being on the road first thing in the morning whenever it's still kind of dark and stuff outside. So your school's closed also, Kathleen? So tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Okay, so we'll be closed tomorrow and then probably open back up on Friday. Everybody gets so like weird. I posted that video that I showed you all where Kimber was like running around outside. I didn't have him on a leash, and I'm already getting comments about you need to keep your dog on a leash, blah, 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 blah. But like my dog listens and he has a really good recall. I can be down at my van and him up at the front door of my apartment, and I can call him and he will run to me at the car. I only have to call him one time and he comes. You're welcome to stay for book club if you want, Jeff. This is an open environment. It's not only for women, it's for men too. If you like reading and you like learning about things like narcissism and how to spot narcissism, because that's kind of what I talk about. And hey, Bajork, and if you're recovering from narcissistic abuse or domestic violence or any of those things, or recovering from drug addiction or alcohol addiction. Like those are all of the things that we talk about. So men are definitely welcome as long as, you know, nobody is being toxic in here. Then we can all like have a collaborative conversation and learn from one another. That's the entire point of the book club. You work in the medical field in prison. That's so cool. I always wondered like how medical is in prison. I can imagine you learn a lot from the prisoners, just like observing their body language and listening to the way that they speak and that sort of thing. We do have a lot of fun. We've got a pretty fun crowd. So I did look up Great Expectations. Oh, after we finish the book about narcissism, this is the book that we're going to be reading after, which is The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie. Jeff, I'm pretty sure that you've heard of Sherry Frankie and who she is, but I'm really excited to read this book once we get done with the other one, because I know that she had to endure quite a lot. So it'll be interesting to listen and read what she and her siblings kind of went through. Did you already read it, Kathleen? Oh man. Oh, that's okay. I wondered if I wondered if other people were going to read it because it's brand new coming out. It just came out in January the 7th. Whenever I separated from my ex-husband, I did a couple of books on body language, communication, and a few other things because like I said, I kept wondering like why am I attracting all these abusive partners? Like what is it about me that keeps attracting these abusive partners? And so with all of that, I wanted to learn more about not only myself but about how to spot the signs early on so that I see the red flags before they become you know more than before I become more involved than I should. And now that I've read all of those books and I've gotten really informed and really educated on it all, it's really mind-boggling how I was missing so many of the red flags before. I don't necessarily think that I was missing them. I think I was seeing them. I just wasn't acknowledging them. I wasn't taking heed to them, and I wasn't listening to my intuition. And over the last couple of years, I have gotten a lot better with listening to my intuition whenever things seem aghast. You know what I mean? Some people are really good at hiding, especially if you're not around them all the time. And if the communication that you have with them is like only through text messages, or very sparingly talking to them on the phone or something along those lines. Because when you start, and sometimes it's like really small things that happen that you overlook right away, that turn into bigger things later on. Okay, cool. I'm excited to read it because I knew that learning through her experience, we'd we'd be able to learn more. But I think that anyone who is wanting to kind of learn more about self discovery and self development, I think learning how to read body language and learning communication skills is really helpful. Like, I follow a communication coach on Instagram, and he's really good at helping diffuse a conversation and also being respectful at the same time. And then I also follow a lady who talks about body language. And when she talks about the body language, she's actually like showing you and giving you explanations while she's talking about what each thing means. So that's been really helpful for me also. I kind of figured that there might. So I guess I need to look and see how to put a trigger warning on the lives whenever I read that before we get to it. Have you read it too, Marilyn, or were you listening to somebody else read it? I need to figure out how to do that before we start reading it. That way people know, like, hey, and I can also say it at the beginning of the live video, or maybe have like a banner or something going across. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Everybody's messaging me now about tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do. Mhm. Yeah. Can you see it out there? It doesn't look like a lot, but we did get some. It's so pretty. I posted a video. Me and my dog were outside playing in it. He had a pretty good time. Hold on one second. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all could see my van out there. Mm, it's kind of hard. You can't see my van, but my dog grooming van is really heavy. There's a lot of equipment inside. So for me, I would rather not take a risk especially if there might be black ice on the road, because it's really heavy and it's hard to stop in an emergency because it is so heavy. Like the other day, somebody slammed on brakes in front of me, and I had to like swerve to the left in order not to hit them, because it's just so heavy that if somebody, like, I have to have a good bit of distance in order to be able to stop properly if somebody slams on brakes. So I have to keep a pretty good distance. And yes, and the other day I wasn't. So I had to veer off the road in order to not hit them from behind. Yeah, he was playing. He was running around out there, so he had a good time. Hold on, let me see what she's saying. Mm. Oh, thank you, Singaporean. Hey, from Missouri. Thank you for coming in and saying hey. Senator, I'm Singaporean. That shit was so funny. I watched a video the other day, and it was like the 5 dumbest moments from Congress whenever they were interviewing Shou Chu. And one of the questions was, will TikTok access my home Wi-Fi network? And Shou Chu says, well, you have to connect to your home Wi-Fi network. So if you connect to your home Wi-Fi network, then yes, TikTok is going to access your home Wi-Fi. Let me see if I can find it. That shit was funny as hell.
Picture that they wanted to paint. This show.
I'm gonna try to find it.
Mr.
Oh, here we go.
If I plug in my earphones into my phone while they're in my ear,
We do not collect body, face,
Hold on.
the voice data to identify.
can TikTok know what's going on in my brain? Mr.
Listen.
Zhao, if I plug in my earphones into my phone while they're in my ear, can TikTok know what's going on in my brain, please?
Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation
I'm
in
asking-
Singapore. No, I did not.
Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singapore.
So if you listen to the first one,
Have you ever been associated?
listen to what
Mr. Zhao,
he says. If I plug in my earphones into my ears, can TikTok know what I'm thinking? What? Listen.
if I plug in my earphones into my phone while they're in my ear, can TikTok know what's going on in my brain, please?
Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation
I'm
in
asking-
Singapore. No, I did not.
Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm Singaporean.
Look over here, please. I've never heard of a country called Singapore. Is it in Western Europe or mainland Europe? Because I certainly have never heard of Singapore.
How are you a Congress member and you've never heard of Singapore? Our country, that just tells you our country is not teaching people.
Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Listen.
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the.
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Can you assure me, or can you at least tell me, if you turn on airplane mode on a plane, can TikTok talk to the plane, please? Mr. Chow, if I put my earphones into my phone.
The number one was, if I turn on airplane mode, can TikTok talk to the airplane? What? Like, these people are literally the ones that are making the laws.
Can you assure me, or can you at least tell me, if you turn on airplane mode on a plane, can TikTok talk to the plane, please? Mr. Chow,
How is it possible that these people are our lawmakers? I guess that one guy does not understand how the internet works. Like, you have to actually connect your phone to the Wi-Fi connection in your home if you want your phone connected to your home Wi-Fi. However, you don't have to have your phone connected to the home Wi-Fi in order for TikTok to work. Like, yes, you can connect it to your home Wi-Fi so you get better speed, but you don't have to be connected to the home Wi-Fi if you just want to open your app and run the app. But these people are the ones that are making our laws. Like, what? And then how in the world would they think that if I have my earbuds connected to my phone, how can TikTok possibly know what it is that we're thinking? Does TikTok know what I'm thinking? How does TikTok, like, what? Are you serious? These people are so stupid. That was funny. When I saw it the other day, I was like, this cannot be true.
Tell me that a lot.
But it was. It was very true. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to get going. I can probably come on a little earlier tomorrow and hang out with y'all during the day, since I won't have anything to do. I won't have any work. But I want to get this makeup off of my face. I can always come back in just a little bit, because I don't have any work tomorrow. Well, I do. I'll have one dog. I'm not going to drive. That van's way too heavy. I have one dog tomorrow, but it's not until like 1 p.m. So by that time, it'll be, a little bit more warmed up outside. So it'll be safer. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, so you're going to be at home. All right, cool. Well, I'll come on tomorrow early and we'll start reading some of this book, because we still have quite a few chapters left to go. All right, I'll see y'all.